just, she's just such a beautiful singer. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful, and I love the way that she's singing it. Kia ora and welcome. My name's ZoeStibi and I am your vocal coach for today. In today's analysis, we're taking a look at Nicole Scherzinger with one of my favorite songs. When it's all as if we never said goodbye. I'm really excited to see what she's doing with this performance. Let's just get straight to it.
I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover.
Gosh, isn't she just the most amazing singer? So we've got this, and she won the Tony for this. So we've got, this is the beginning, I don't know why I'm frightened. Very much a thinner vocal fold, head voice sound. I'm around here. So even though she's adding in breath there, it's still a thinner vocal fold. We can add breath in thin vocal folds. We don't have to go into falsetto, but she goes around here and she does the little flip. That's the going into the falsetto. Yes, oh, whoa, to read it. That's the plane change going from whoa to rediscover, going up into that higher sound. It's not necessary, but that's just her choice, and that's absolutely fine. She won the Tony for this performance, and it is beautiful. So you can see there's a lot of work going on in here. Singing quietly is a lot of work. Don't think that it's easier than singing loud. Okay, actually, sometimes singing quiet is harder than singing loud because we have to hold back the breath so much more than if we were singing loud with thick vocal folds.
Yes, a world to rediscover, but I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways, the atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness.
Okay, I mean, there's so much that we could say about this. I just wanted to enjoy that for a moment and she's just such a beautiful singer. I really do recommend that you go and watch the entire performance without me yapping between it. So you can hear she's going overcrowded hall. Overcrowd. So we're on the, I don't know what key this is in, so whether the A flat or the G sharp, below middle C. A lot of people tend to kind of like dig into these notes way too overcrowded hallways, make it too dark. I love that she's left her larynx in quite a high, like a overcrowded hallways. She's left the larynx higher so that she's not sounding like she's sort of like digging it. It makes it much easier to then go further up as you're continuing to sing rather than going,
In overcrowded hallways, the atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's only in the past.
interesting choice of phrasing. Interesting. So with the so we go, oh, as if we never said goodbye, and going into that crescendo. Let's just watch that again. You see, she's actually a little bit rounded here in the shoulders. I wouldn't necessarily, she's Nicole Scherzinger. She can do whatever she wants, and I know that she does go to, regular singing lessons with Stephen Mackey. So that's their thing, and also when you get to a certain level, you can kind of really sing in any position. It doesn't really matter too much. You can see as well, she's got lovely muscle definition, which is meaning, she's strong. And you have to be strong to sing songs like this. This is a big sing.
Why everything's as if we never said goodbye.
And she go bye, and she opened out into the bye, that diphthong with moving the mouth as well. Lovely acting choice to go through there. You don't have to go bye and just keep the same. Actually, almost keeping the same vowel shape is kind of boring. This is beautiful. So this is a lovely dark sound. Now we heard, all sounds are lovely, right? But this is a darker sound. We heard Nicole Scherzinger sing in a couple of my videos, and recently when she was singing I Am What I Am, which was even darker than this. So I'm really loving that she's working on that stamina of singing with to sing dark, we're not only got thick vocal folds, taking the larynx down lower is going to want to yank the larynx down. You're almost like working against yourself. Now let's just watch the I've come home. You could see these lovely high breaths there. Really great when we're getting into what you can hear the difference, right? That's when she kicked into the belt. We're going to cut off that note. Sorry, Nicole. I've come home. And she lifted the chin. The tongue is hollowed out there, but it's forward and in, and it's turned on. You can see the tension in the tongue. Perfect belt position there. Lovely short, sharp, high breath helps to build up the pressure underneath the vocal folds in order to keep that. Well, you have to build up pressure under the vocal folds if you are going to be belting. Yeah. Lovely. And so you go the last. She did it last until it's the last. So that is just another decision that you can make to darken the vowel when you're going at last. And that then almost boosts the sound, because she went boosting, keeping it dark, last, and then adding the vibrato is a way that we can give the sound like a bit of oomph without getting louder, because it's about building up in levels. And so darkening, then vibrato, and sort of like vibrato with a dark, loud sound is like, there's nowhere else to go from there. And that's why she's there. And this time will be bigger. She's adding in that growl, just again, a little bit of effect. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful. And I love the way that she's singing it. I've heard this song sung many, many, many times. Many, many, many times. Wow, wow, what a beautiful interpretation of the song. Oh, I'm loving that she's taken us back down again. Oh, goodness me. Oh, didn't think I'd get emotional listening to a song that I've heard literally a bajillion times. This is just stunning. Lovely, lovely, lovely. She's so connected to the lyric. Oh, so you can see there she's actually not going into like a louder sound. And this time will be bigger. So we're on the B flat 3 there below middle C. Bigger and brighter than you. This is quite low for the female chest register, which is why we want to be weary of getting too loud. Because if we go and brighter than we knew it, or we get too loud, we sort of start sounding, it sounds like warped. But she's just doing a beautiful job pulling back on the volume, thicker vocal folds. This is not, I mean, she's not in belt anymore. You'll really notice the difference when she sort of like lands on notes and brighter than we knew it. And you'll hear that timbre change. And that's when she's really like sitting into a belt. Oh, beautiful. And you go, we all know I can do it. And there she sits into the belt. Yeah. So when we're talking about belt, we're talking about thicker than thick vocal folds. We've got these lovely cartilages here where the vocal folds live, the thyroid cartilage. And below it is called the cricoid. And when that tips backwards, it helps to also, so the thyroid's here and the cricoid's here, it tips like this to bunch up the vocal folds even more. And that's really what we're looking for in order to like turn on that belt. And it makes the sound not only quite brilliant, very, very loud, but there's a couple of other telltale signs that you really need to watch out for when we're talking about belting. And I can teach you about that, but it's very dependent on your natural setup and where you've been. I couldn't like say, this is the rule for belt, apart from breathing high. So if you're looking for that one-to-one to support in order to improve your belting or even to learn how to belt, it's not as hard as everyone makes out, then check out the link in the description below, because we are accepting one-to-one singing students at my online singing school, the Vocal Academy. We'll get you belting in no time. Let's watch this. And you could say, large to live for, almost like a real like moan in there, taking the larynx down, thinner vocal, much to, oh wow, just pulling it back. That's just absolutely beautiful. We're noticing there with those thinner vocal, large to live for, we got that, there's that little bit of scratch in there. I genuinely think that that's something that she wanted to do within the sound. And I just think that's beautiful with Nicole. She practices so much. We know she puts, she is like, she works so hard for her sound. And it will only be in there because she wants it to be in there. And that's a dramatic effect that she's using.
So much to say, not just today, but always.
beautiful. So, I mean, if you don't know the story of Sunset Boulevard, in this moment, she is going a little bit batty. Yeah. So I'm really loving that she's not making her too crazy, but she is, she's changing the sounds so that we are getting that sense of this kind of slightly crazy character coming out. Let's just go back on that because we're going to talk about a little bit about why is she reaching up with her cheeks like that.
But always will I.
One thing you do notice through this whole thing, and I love because it's so focused on her face, look at the tongue, beautiful tongue position. You must have the tongue forward and turned on. You can see it's like slightly dipping in there because there's a lot of tension in the tongue, and that's so important when we're singing this style of music.
As if we never said goodbye.
There we go. And we can hear where everything's as if we said goodbye. She's definitely in a thinner vocal fold there. That's not falsetto because you can hear the crescendo on there. Just when we allow that breath to come in through the thin vocal folds, bye. We just open the vocal folds ever so slightly at the back in order to allow that breath to come through.
Everything's as if we never said goodbye. We taught the world new ways to dream.
There you go.
Wow, is she just not the most amazing? So, and you heard the dream, and she opened into the vowel. Really great way, actually, if you're looking to crescendo around like a dream, and just push the volume into that closed vowel. Dream, especially at the end of that song. So we taught the world, again, thinner vocal folds. I think when she was on goodbye, it could have been a little falsetto. It doesn't really matter. But you really just want to make sure that you're pulling back on the volume when you're going up. Up a goodbye. Rather than go goodbye. That would like be stylistically not appropriate in this moment. Oh, wow. Absolutely stunning. Let me know down in the comments what you think I should have a look at next of Nicole's. Because is she not just the most amazing singer ever? And I'm so happy for her with the Tony. I know she worked so hard to get to Broadway because even though she was, you know, a superstar pop singer, she really wasn't taken seriously by people. And I just love her work ethic, and I love what she says about, you know, going out there and putting yourself out there and making music, make people want to take you into these shows, and get out there and perform and network. That's really what it's all about. So, if you've enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button because it really does help me to help more people like yourself with their vocal technique. Honestly, I love spending time here with you all, and it helps me to spend more of my week just chatting shit about vocal technique. I absolutely love it, and helping you with your voices. And I hope I have been of some help. Check out some more Nicole up here, and I'll see you around here next time. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.